point of this is to make intersections like this one safer. We're here at 30th and Arapahoe. Now, 11 people got hit crossing this street in just a 2-year span. That's 11 people too many. Of all the ways to get around Boulder, from mass transit to a more fluid set of wheels, there's nothing like your own 2 feet.
Yeah, if it's not fully walkable, someone will create a path. You can't not be walkable in Boulder.
Yep, these crosswalks get a lot of use. By cars, too, though.
I have not felt unsafe. As the city grows, people become less patient, but we're not yet at the point where it's dangerous to my experience.
But according to citywide data, 60% of crashes in Boulder with serious and fatal injuries happen within these white stripes. So city officials are stepping in.
It's important to do something like this because we want to educate people on the safety of traveling through crosswalks and as well as the intersections.
Now you're probably thinking, why do I need a lesson on crosswalk safety? Here's why. If you don't hit the button, you could be stopped and face a $50 fine. That's right. By law, you're required to press the walk button before you cross.
Jaywalking is fined by $50. Everybody knows that.
For anyone who doesn't,
our Boulder police officers will be out enforcing the ordinances.
They'll monitor 5 high-use crosswalks Monday through Friday next week looking for violations. But police probably won't be writing a lot of tickets.
A lot of the times it's about the education process.
Plus, everyone we saw already pushes the button.
Yep, gotcha. Sometimes multiple times, but you know.
And this enforcement will also target cyclists who don't slow down while crossing the street, and also drivers who don't stop at the crosswalk for pedestrians. Live in Boulder, Ashley Michaels, Fox 31.
Thank you, Ashley. Good to know. It's not every day you see a duck walking the crosswalk. It was part of a decoy program launched on Halloween to catch drivers who weren't yielding to pedestrians. But one driver is coming forward saying it's not fair and she was tricked.
For Complex News, I'm Haymans Welch. For those of you who have no patience for Walt Disney's anti-Semitism, here's another reason to take umbrage with the animator's legacy. According to ABC 7, a cop dressed as Donald Duck was recently seen taking a stroll on a crosswalk in Fort Lee, New Jersey. The duck was part of a ploy to catch drivers who weren't yielding to pedestrians. Why the costume? Well, this all happened to take place on Halloween. One driver is already crying foul about her $230 ticket, saying she was tricked. Quote, "This duck kept going to the curb, off the curb. I thought it was a crazy guy on Halloween. They told me that I was getting a ticket for not stopping for a duck, but it scared me. I'm a woman. This huge duck scared me." Well, I guess we know this woman's answer to the question, what would you rather fight? 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck? The woman is accused, along with
Police devise new revenue scam by citing people who forget to press crosswalk button. Police devise plan to ticket pedestrians who forget to press the crosswalk button in their latest attempt to bolster revenue while real crime goes unsolved. By Jack Burns, July 21, 2017. Boulder Co. Police in Boulder Co. are planning a crosswalk blitz next week. Pedestrians should prepare to be cited if they forget to press the crosswalk button. We wish we were kidding. According to KTVR's FOX31, Boulder Police will be stationed at the following intersections: Broadway and Spruce, Arapahoe and Folsom, Broadway and Canyon, 30th and Arapahoe, Mohawk and Baseline. We at TFTP have noticed an uptick in stories of police brutality, harassment, and civil rights violations at crosswalks, but we are learning from Boulder's transportation planner Matthew Jones the push is occurring on the national level. However, Jones said the primary purpose for crosswalk law enforcement initiatives is educational. We want to educate people on the safety of traveling through crosswalks as well as the intersections. Jones said such initiatives are taking place all across the nation. Advertisement. It's something that we're tackling here in Boulder, statewide and nationally, and these crosswalk crashes and collisions are something that we deal with. But as TFTP has recently and consistently reported, police often use a simple jaywalking violation as an excuse to conduct a stop and frisk in an attempt to find drugs, weapons, or cash, which they can legally confiscate through civil asset forfeiture laws. As we've shown time and again, cops will harass, detain, even brutalize people for walking across a neighborhood road the wrong way even if there is no traffic at all. And while Jones and others contend that keeping the public safe while crossing the road is their primary motivation, a quick overview of the fees for violations would lead anyone with any common sense to likely conclude the effort is just the latest iteration in policing for profit. Read more. Horrifying video shows cops do nothing as man they shot dies an agonizing death. Here's a breakdown of Boulder's fees. Pedestrians and cyclists must press the walk button before entering the crosswalk, or be fined $50. Cyclists must not exceed 8 miles per hour while crossing the road or be levied a $50 fine. Drivers must stop at crosswalks where pedestrians are present, and give them enough time to cross, or face a $125 fine. One would think the Boulder police have bigger fish to fry than going after crosswalk violators. After all, vehicle thefts are the highest they've been since 2012 and rapes, although rare, have doubled. There are some significant declines in Boulder's crime statistics since 2012, but police cannot take the credit for the positive numbers. Since marijuana was legalized across the state, driving under the influence charges have declined significantly. Voters legalized marijuana in 2012 for recreational purposes. In that year there were 708 DUI arrests made. In 2016, that number had dropped to an astounding 481. And while there were 7 fatalities reportedly attributed to accidents in 2016, there were 0 fatalities resulting from alcohol consumption. In all fairness, bike and pedestrian accidents have risen slightly, but not enough it seems to roll out a planned sting operation involving such police department resources. Since Boulder residents have now been given fair warning, wouldn't it be comical if absolutely no person went to those targeted intersections? Sadly, it seems, police are more concerned with generating revenue than solving actual crimes. As the Free Thought Project reported in 2014, cops will go to ridiculous means to extract wealth from the citizens. Read more. Mother and child murdered by rapist because cops go after drug dealers instead of criminals. In 2014, an undercover officer in New Jersey was dressed in a giant Donald Duck costume and paced back and forth on the sidewalk and street on a busy road. Officers would then pull over drivers who failed to yield for the duck, and hit them with $230 traffic tickets. Police issued a whopping 130 tickets that day for a total take of $29,900. However, some people were intentionally not stopping because the giant duck was scary. Despite the 130 tickets issues, not a single driver came close to hitting the duck.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, you know, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, you know, at least I can do it. You know, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt-free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea, too, that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.